Newsflash. Any financially unfortunate position you find yourself in is temporary. You will soon be rich again, unless you deserve to be broke. Let me repeat. Any financial struggles or hardships you find yourself in is guaranteed to be short-term and temporary unless you deserve to be broke. If you do not work, if you do not try, if you do not dedicate yourself, if you will not attempt new things, then you deserve to be poor and you will stay there. If you are prepared to try, if you are prepared to dedicate yourself, if you are open to new ideas, if you do want to learn, then the position you find yourself in, which is less than favorable financially, is guaranteed to be temporary. Everybody who is rich deserves to be rich. Everybody who is poor deserves to be poor. Let me repeat this for the final time. The financial hardship you find yourself currently in is temporary, unless you deserve it.
Work works. If you went to the gym and someone told you you're going to be in perfect shape in 9.5 months, that's when you're finally going to have your six-pack. You're going to be in perfect shape and the sun is going to hit you and you're going to look amazing and all the women are going to want you in 9.5 months at 10:34 on a Tuesday morning if you stick to this workout routine. Then you'd go to the gym every day and you'd be happy in 9.5 months on that Tuesday morning. But that's not how it works, is it? You go to the gym and you work your ass off and you don't see any change at all for a long time. You have to believe in the training, believe in the work you are doing, believe in the end it's all going to pay off. That's how the gym works. That's how money works. That's how everything works. Most of you are capable of doing it for the gym. You know that if you go long enough and train hard enough, you will get the result in the end, but you're not capable of doing it for the money. You're not capable of saying, if I sit here, if I continue to do this, if I stay on the right path, in the end, I'll be rich. You sit and wonder, well, I've done a day's work now and I wasn't paid today. I did a whole day's work and I didn't get money today, so I'm going to quit. Imagine you applied that to the gym. I went to the gym and I lifted weights and I'm still fat, so I'm going to quit. It's exactly the same with money as it is in the gym. Work works. You have to believe in the work. You have to sit down, knuckle down, focus on the work, do the work, and it will do the work for the universe to pay you. All of your remunerations, everything you deserve, the universe is the most fair force on the planet. Absolutely everything you deserve in this world is given to you. I deserve all my millions and all my global fame. You deserve exactly what you've got. And if you want more, you have to work, you have to earn it, and it will be given to you. Believe in the work and stop being concerned about when it's going to come. Instead, be concerned about what work you can do today.
Money is one of the most common things on the planet because they can print it from thin air. They don't have to mine it. They don't have to build it. They don't have to find it. They can just type it into a computer. So money's not a rare thing. But there are some things that are rare. What's rare is finding a man who is dependable, who will turn up on time, who will try his very best, who won't lie or cheat or scam or make excuses. That is rare. And if you're that kind of person, you will always end up rich because money's worth nothing, and that's worth everything. If you don't have any money being thrown at you, it's because you're not the kind of person who deserves to have money thrown at them. A beautiful woman who is loyal and makes a home a happy place. They never need jobs because they are rare. And a man who turns up on time with a firm handshake and tries his best and dedicates himself and doesn't lie or cheat or scam and takes an interest in his work, he always ends up rich because he's more valuable than money. The way to make money is to be more valuable than money. And truthfully, there are not many doers in the world. There are not many people who get up and decide to go and do something, to take action, and to do it properly and completely. Those kind of people always end up rich. It's impossible to not be rich. New money exists every day. They just invent it from the sky anyway. Of course it's going to end up with the doers. It's not going to end up with the fucking idiots, is it? It's going to go in the direction of the people who deserve it. So next time you're sitting around at home thinking, how do I make money? I need money. Stop thinking of money as above you. Money's not above you. Money is below you. And if only you could be a little bit more disciplined, a little bit more dedicated, if only you could focus a little bit more and pay a little bit more attention, you would be far above money. And once you're above money, it flows to you. People pay me money to answer the phone. People pay me money to reply to them. People just pay me money because I'm worth so much more than money. I'm Andrew Tate. That's who you need to be. And it's really not that difficult because the competition is very low. There are people out here in the world today, as screwed as Earth is, in the mess that we're currently living in, who are still obsessed with sports stars and pop music. Their competition is zero. They're just out drinking, watching sports, distracting themselves on TikTok. They're losers. All you have to do is focus on yourself. You're gonna win.
The true secret to the universe in this great distraction is the ability and capability to dedicate 100% of your mind to something. I promise you, if you could turn your brain 100% on and remove all distractions and focus on something that matters for 20 minutes a day, you can ignore everything else and you can give 100% of your consciousness towards a task, you will be massively successful. 20 minutes a day of focused exercise, 20 minutes a day of focused lessons on how to make money, 20 minutes a day of learning, 20 small minutes of focus, and you will win. Those 20 100% minutes are worth more than 1,000 years of 80% half on, because everybody's half on. And you don't get a competitive advantage when you're going through life half paying attention to opportunities, half paying attention to things you hear. So is everyone else. You have heard about Bitcoin and you didn't take any action. If you would have dedicated 100%, 20 minutes, conscious investigation into Bitcoin when you first heard about it, you would now be a billionaire. It is extremely important that you learn this skill. It is that consciousness that gives you the competitive advantage above everyone else, because everybody around you is asleep. They're asleep to opportunities. They hear about things, they do nothing. They're asleep to how they're being lied to. They're asleep to how they feel. They're asleep to why they do what they do. Why are they with the person they're even with? Is it because it's the only person who tolerates them? Nobody is awake. If you wake up, if you stick your head above the crowd, if you look down on everybody, it's extremely easy to plot a path to victory. So, you need 20 minutes a day of consciousness, and that consciousness must be focused on physical health or financial literacy. And if you can do that, you're allowed to be asleep for the rest of the time, because most people are asleep, all of them.
Your primary reason to get rich shouldn't be to get stuff. It should be to take care of the people you love and to experience a new version of life. For the same reason you want to go traveling and try some new food. Try a new life where you're not fucking broke. You're only living once and you're sitting there going, oh, I don't have motivation. You don't have motivation to change the game before you expire and end up in the ground. You're never going to wake up rich ever once before you die. Do you have any idea how great it feels to wake up rich? Like just to wake up and go, still rich. Shall I buy some more stuff? Oh, I already have everything I want. It's a great feeling. And yeah, there are some rich people who say money doesn't buy happiness, blah, blah. You can always just give it away. You can go back to being broke again. I might go broke at the end, mix it up for the last year, you know? Become homeless or something. Who cares? It's funny. But I have the choice. Because I've worked hard and I'm successful, so I can decide to be broke. You don't have a choice. You're broke by force. If I don't have something, it's because I don't want it. If you don't have something, it's because you can't afford it. Very different things. I can have whatever the fuck I want. That's why it is extremely important you get up off your ass and stop being broke. So you can experience a new life where you matter.
You took a job because it's safe. You don't want to start your own company because you might not make any money. So you took the safe path. You make less money. You're a slave. You sit in the commute. You have to listen to bullshit HR departments. Your dreams never come true. For only 2 weeks a year, you have any kind of freedom, but it was safe, right? Except AI is coming to take your job, and all the companies are firing everyone. So it was never safe. The risk is the same whether you launch your own company or you have a job, but the upsides are massively different. It's 2 coin flips. The chances are the same, but on one coin flip, you can live the life of your dreams, and on the other coin flip, the best that can happen is you barely pay your bills. So why do you want a job instead of learning how to make your own money for yourself and regaining your geographical freedom?
All of the things that were afforded to the common man not so long ago are now exclusively for millionaires only. You have to be a millionaire to put your kids through a good education where they're not surrounded by feral savages. You have to be a millionaire to be able to afford a car and the parking and all the taxes and all the fines to avoid the public transport system, which is once again full of feral savages. You have to be a millionaire in case you get sick or someone you love gets sick. You have to be a millionaire to travel the world a little bit, to see some things, to go on a trip or a holiday. You have to be basically a millionaire to afford to do that 3 or 4 times a year. Millionaires are doing the things that normal people on respectable salaries were doing only 20 or 30 years ago. And now you have to be a millionaire to pull that off.
You have to wake up and you have to give a shit. You have to wake up and go, you know what? I'm responsible for my health, and I'm responsible for my finances, and I'm responsible for my family, and I'm responsible for my work ethic, and I'm responsible for my motivation, and I'm gonna win. That's all you have to do to be monumentally wealthy. And the reason it is so fucking easy is because most people can't do that. If everyone could do that, then to win would be hard. But luckily, God has put us in this version of the simulation where it is so brutally easy to surpass everyone around us. I look at people and just go, you haven't even fucking tried. And they're telling me like, oh, you're a bad person because you have money. I just gave a fuck about my own life. I just cared. How there are people waking up each morning and not giving a shit about their own life.
No matter how hard I scream down the side of the mountain, climb! It's great up here, you can make it. You just don't seem to want to try. I'm trying to convince you to do something you should already want to do, which is win. And you still just laid in bed at night after an average day of meager efforts. You went to bed broke and slept like a baby. If you would have just done what you knew needed to be done, you would be sitting in a completely different situation right now. Your bloodline would be financially free for eternity. Instead, you will die insignificant and be forgotten by your own blood. Your dynasty leads to nowhere.
So what are you fighting for? I guess this is a very interesting question to ask most people. In fact, since I've become rich and I don't really need to make much sense to the common man anymore, it's a question I ask quite often. Members of staff come to me and they say, oh, hi, I'd like to work for you, and I can do this, I can do that. I say, what are you fighting for? What do you mean? Fired. What do you mean, what do I fucking mean? Why are you getting up and consuming calories? Why are you waking up and doing anything anymore? You could lay in bed for the next 2 weeks, you'd find food, you wouldn't starve, your bills would get paid. Why are you even waking up in the morning? What are you even doing with your life? What is your goal? What is your objective? It's quite interesting how God has given us, now in this age of technological advancement, so many spiritual battles to fight. We are fighting for the soul of humanity. We're fighting for the ability to have children who respect us and who obey us, and have families which are sanctimoniously protected from the outside programming by the Matrix. We are fighting for the ability to live free, to have a point of view. There are endless spiritual battles all around us now. They've been given to us at the exact time we needed them. So most of your waking day as a man, of course you must make money, of course you must train, of course you must prepare for the oncoming enslavement in the physical realm, but you need to prepare in the spiritual realm. You have to ask yourself a question: are you genuinely prepared for the consequences of doing the right thing? The worst thing they can do to me within the confines of the law is lock me up. I'm not afraid of it, which has made me more determined to do the right thing. More determined to feed my soul and feed my spirit and be a spiritual being who is doing the things he believes to be right purely because they believe to be right, irregardless of the consequences here in this physical realm, because the physical realm is soon to be conquered purely by the Matrix and the machine minds, and there's going to be nothing left for us at all anyway besides an artificial version of reality that they'll project into your eyes, very much like the Matrix. We're 50 years away from you putting on goggles and pretending to be a millionaire and pretending to sleep with girls in Miami with your little goggles on, jerking off. In fact, most of you are already there. You're going to either live inside of the slave machine mind, or you're going to be one of the rebels resisting, doing the right thing because it should be done. There is a point that you need to start looking at the world differently. You need to look at it from a karmic standpoint, a karmic viewpoint. There are karmic retributions that you don't quite understand. Everything I do, I look at very logically. I make a very logical real world plan. Then I look at it karmically. How will this karmically affect me if I'm successful? How will this karmically affect me if I fail? You can actually put yourself in a position where you win either way. I'm a legend if I walk. I'm a legend if I go to jail. Win-win. You need to analyze everything from the karmic standpoint. I understand what I'm saying is going to go over a lot of your heads. But truthfully, if you go to work to make money to feed your family because you know you need money to pay the bills, that's one thing. But if you go to work to make money to feed your family because you believe it is your duty as a man to provide to the people you love, and you believe that them respecting you for doing that will allow them to listen to you and trust you, so when you tell them what they saw on the TV was wrong, and you can help them resist the enslavement which is being broadcast into their eyes directly from the Matrix, and they're more likely to listen to you because of the respect they have for you for the hard work you've done, then your job doesn't just become a job about currency or a job about paying bills. It becomes a spiritual job that allows you to gain karmic points in the realm which will be used to save the souls of the people you love. Do you understand?
Then I saved our entire bloodline because I locked in. This needs to be the future you. It's now or never.
When you work, work. When you play, play. Don't mix the two. Here's why. Work is too serious. Guess what economics is? Serious business. Because you're trading part of your life for being economically sustained and providing protection for you and your family for generations to come.